Open wide, here I come! Hello, everyone. Oh, that's loud. There we go. Good afternoon. I'm alive. I'm here on this very special of New Year's Eve's. New Year's Eve. New Year's is Eve. I'm going to go with that. If I sound and look tired today, it's because I am. Don't really know why. Don't have a good reason. Just, one of those days. I've got a pot of coffee. I don't know how long this stream is going to be today. I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I have two things I have to do, which I have two things to. I don't think I am hungover, to be honest. I think it's less. If it is hangover, it's less booze hangover and more. I'm recording, by the way, Yoshk. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Yes, I've hung Cohen. Cohen is hung. You heard it here first, and I've also given Harrow a little necklace. Yes, I think it's more just. I did have some English sparkling wine last night, but it's more to do with the generally being around people for prolonged periods. Yes, fluffy today. I thought about getting a haircut, and then forgot. So we've got that to contend with. It's more just it. We're very nearly at the Claire Balding stage, which, for those of you who don't know, Claire Balding is a much beloved television presenter in the UK, and used to be a tennis player, I believe. But my yes, Claire Balding is a phase that happens with my hair once we get past a certain length. I'm charging my social battery. Exactly. Yes. The post end of year parties energy drain. That's the one. Will Claire Balding do Renzy-Martin? Oh God, I've got enough roles on the server. I think I've got enough roles in my life. Oh my goodness, we've got 25 viewers on this. I should probably put. I'm just going to quick. Oh God, nearly spilt my coffee again. It's one of those days. I haven't realised I've actually got my first recording of the year on Friday, which is start as you mean to go on. But also Friday seems much closer than I thought it was, or imagined it was going to be. Just going to do a quick post to let people know that we're live. Again, if I had any, I did ask a streamer friend of mine for some advice, and they sent it to me, and they've sent me 4 messages about it on Discord, and I haven't read them because I will forget to actually absorb that information. And you can't mark things as unread on Discord, which is a shame. Thank you, Kiddo, for that. Pinning, manually unpin at the end of the stream. Where am I? Meds I will do in just one moment, because as we know, I will forget anything that I do not immediately do. God, I've just been reposting loads of shit. I mean, loads of lovely shit, but where's my message? There we go. And quote. And we're live. You can mark things unread on Discord? This is news to me. How? You can mark things as read on Discord. I can mark, but new haircut in the new year. Yes. Specific by message. So if I go to a message and go, oh my word. Well, why would they not just do that with the chat? Why would they do it per message? That's insane. No, it's the children. It's the children who are wrong. Every day is a school day. Every day is a school day. Right. Medication. Everybody, if you take medication prescribed by a doctor, this is your time. This is your reminder. And I know I can dismiss notification. Medication people. I'm well aware of how to dismiss notifications because I do that all the time. I have notifications turned off on most things on Discord. No, of course it can't. Of course it can't. Hello, everyone. If you're joining us for the first time today, I don't know what's brought you here. Maybe we haven't. Well, it could be that I put out a plea for subscribers and followers or whatever they're fucking called on Twitch, and we went from 298 to 315. So I thank you all if you're a new follower person. That is very kind of you. Where's the activity feed? There we go. Thank you for following Doggo Gin. So yes, we have some new faces around here. If you are new around here, make sure you join the fan Discord, where I probably spend too much time for exclusives like finding out when I'm planning on getting a cat. And starboard covered with pictures of my feet. You don't have to look at them, but they're there. They're there if you want them. The OnlyFans is coming in the new year. You always get them with a free snifter first. It is a black cat. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm going to meet said black cat. A lady void cat. Oh, Malkovine. Hello, everyone. I'm so bummed I can't hang out with it on stream and chill with you all again. Quickly stop by. Oh, well, thank you very much for quickly stopping by. That is very kind of you, Malkovine. I hope you have a wonderful new year as well. Cat dad, void cat, void cat, void cat, void cat. Let's all do the happy little dance. The kitten is currently named Blueberry, which I think is an excellent name, and I love blueberries. This is all very premature, as many things in life. Premature celebration. There is no guarantee. There is hope. There is cat hope. There is void cat hope in the darkness. Oh, thank you, Scribbler. You're very kind. I would. Where would I be without your gracious support? That sounded sarcastic. It was entirely true. Chat's excited about the future cat as if I was saying I was pregnant. I mean, if I were pregnant, I feel like that would be its own miracle. But I was having thoughts about what I would like to name such a cat. Oh, I had a great thought earlier. I thought I could maybe name it Patroclus so that I could remember Achilles and Patroclus. That was one thing. Although Patroclus obviously, and then short Patty for short. I call her Adira. That would be funny. Adira the Void Cat. I mean, I mean, maybe that would make it up. Maybe that would make it up to Olga. And maybe that's my way of apologizing. Roth is a good one for a cat. Nix, yes. I'm trying to remember the very good one I came up with earlier. No. No, it's completely gone. I'm sure it'll come back to me. I'm sure it'll come back. It's fine. We could maybe have a vote, but obviously, this is not a democracy. This is a semi-benevolent dictatorship, as my friend likes to say when he's directing shows. It's like, you can tell me your ideas, and I will take them on board, but I am the one who decides. Let the man name his pussy. Yes, precisely. My other half was looking for things on YouTube the other day and found and was presented with the 6-hour-long stream of me putting the railing up, and they watched about an hour of it and said that they were slightly overwhelmed with how many thoughts I had in a second. And their two thoughts were, the number of thoughts I have in a second is slightly mad, and secondly, the amount of innuendo in the chat is too damn high. So take of that what you will. Okay, so hang on, we've got a new dangle request. What would you like? We've got all the usual suspects. I haven't received anything new. So we've got marzipan. We've got the Hanafuda earring. We've got turf repellent. We've got smiley face. Anything in particular? That wasn't you being scolded. That was just an observation, I think. Yes, more innuendo. Plus de baguette. Oh, I have an excellent joke that I heard yesterday on the Adam Buxton podcast, which is... I had two excellent jokes, actually, that I'm going to relay and do justice to, I feel. The first one is, what did the distraught Frenchman say when he misplaced his olive oil? I have lost my will to live. Sorry. Casato, that's it. For the first time chat to do the disappointed robot face. Yes, that's appropriate. Not a big enough line face. Well, fair. Oh, we've got a reward. Frog wow emote. What in the dry jokes is this joke? Well, yes. Now, so the second joke I've realised will not work for anyone who hasn't shopped in the UK ever. So, but if you are familiar with retail outlets in the UK, I have something to complain about with retail outlets in the UK, but I'll get there in a second. Something has happened recently that is very distressing and very stupid. So there's at least 5 people here who might enjoy this joke. I say might enjoy this joke. You probably won't enjoy the joke, but you can at least understand why it might be funny to someone who is a child. Right, Kido, I'll present you with your options for. What? 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 Kido, I'll present you with your options for You have 1, 2, 3. These are your options. Let me know. That was the turf repellent, marriage eye, and the Hanafuda earring. Oh, okay, willkommen. I could give it a try. Oh, the gummy bears are there. If you would like gummy bears, you can have gummy bears. I just picked 3 out to simplify things. They're in the box. So the second joke is: where do intelligent electricians buy their supplies? I'm just going to go again. Where do intelligent electricians buy their supplies? At Sparks and Mensa. I'm just going to wait for the groan emojis for everyone in the UK. At Sparks and Mensa. Come on now. Scribbler, I'm relying on you. If you're out there, react. For those who don't... there we go. Thank you. I'm going for 2 in 1 hole again. There we go. Little pals. Good. We got it. Marks. For those who don't know, Marks and Spencer is a very famous shop in the UK, and where most middle-aged people buy their underwear. Oh yeah, you would have it in it's probably some weird colonial hangover in Singapore. Ooh, a new Harrow dangler. I didn't see that message. I mean, I would yes, absolutely. I don't know whether this is something I should admit on stream, but I think I might be related to Raffles in some way. I think he might be something like my great grandmother's great uncle. If you join the Discord, Prinia, there is a link. There is a little thing in there that has my PO box and address and things. If you, I mean, very kind of you to offer such a thing. I have been to Singapore before, so but it's not. It's such a distant relation, that it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Right. Before I get to the opening of the presents, I'm going to do the presents in a minute. Oh, I will. I've taken my meds. Let me. Gotta stop writing things on the wall. Why piercing? That says why peering, but makes enough sense. And then we'll do presents. Yes. Yes. Well, it's currently around Valdor's waist. I received also... I will unpin it from Valdor's waist, and I will show it in a minute. It was his belt. It suited his aesthetic. Suited his aesthetic. There we go. another chain of shops that is very, very popular in the UK. Well, I say popular; it's just everywhere in the UK. Is WH Smith. WH Smith is a newsagent, and they are shops that are around like. They are in basically every single train station, city centre. They're everywhere, right? And they were a feature of everyone's childhood. Everyone in the UK has bought at least one thing from WH Smith. I would say possibly every year. I think they've recently been bought by an American company called T.G. Jones, and they've started plastering T.G. Jones on all of the shops and just erasing WH Smith. I genuinely think T.G. Jones has zero brand recognition in the UK. It seems like a completely moronic thing to do. And I genuinely think that if I were in a place and I was looking for the WH Smith and I saw T.G. Jones, I would think, oh, they don't have a newsagents here, and then go somewhere else. Like, I actually think it's that bad. I don't think nobody knows what a T.G. Jones is. Why would they change they have like the most recognizable brand. Ugh. Just because someone was like, oh, of course, everyone will know what T.G. Jones is. No! Yes. Well, it's worse than Woolworths, because at least Woolworths just had the grace to die. This is an American conglomerate puppeteering the corpse of W.H. Smith, and not even the corpse of W.H. Smith with a facelift. Right, that's enough about the high street. That's enough about the death of the high street. We've covered that, right? Why piercing? So, I think I've told this story before, but I might as well. I might as well tell it again. When I was, can't remember how old I was, 2019, I did a tour of A Midsummer Night's Dream around National Trust houses in the UK with a group called the Lord Chamberlain's Men. And we did, it was mostly National Trust houses in the UK, and then they had a relationship with a small venue in the south, in sort of near Bordeaux in France, and then they also had a relationship with a literary festival in Mulheim an der Ruhr, near Cologne, and we were finishing off our tour of about 3 months, probably more like 4 or 5 months really, when it was all in Mulheim an der Ruhr, in near Cologne, and we had a plan to basically continue after the tour had finished to do a little, not even barely interrailing, just to go to Berlin, spend a few nights there, then go to The Hague, where one of the cast members had family, and then go to Paris, where I also had family that we could stay with. And when we were in Berlin, we had lots of conversations about. Oh, thank you, I thought that was euphemoron, but euphemeron for your follow. I'm so glad my inane rambling has captured your imagination. So we had lots of conversations, and we're like, oh yeah, it'll be great if we all, some boys had their ears pierced. It was an all-male cast, I should have said as well. Immediately unfollows having been called a moron. So all-male company, some of the boys already had their ear pierced, and they were like, well, let's all get our ear pierced as a signifier that we've finished this tour. Together we got through it, we're alive. None of us killed the director or each other. So yeah, a bit like that. Anyway, so we went out in Berlin to the Kit Kat Club, and I believe it was a Thursday night, and the Thursday night at the Kit Kat Club is wear what you like. And when they say that, they mean it. You can wear what you like, which could be nothing at all. I hasten to add, I wasn't one of those people. I was fully clothed. But there were lots of people. Some of whom were not fully clothed. And some of whom were not fully clothed and intimately connected to each other. Anyway, it was a lovely night. We had a fantastic time doing lots of silly dancing in a German club. And I got up in the morning and I had read about a place where you could go and get a kebab, but you had to queue for like half an hour, get a doner. So I went and queued for my doner, and on my way back, having eaten my doner, I went past a piercing place, and I was like, great. I'm gonna make the first leap. And so went inside, got my ear pierced. Had to lie about the fact that I was probably still drunk. Told them I wasn't and hadn't been drinking for 24 hours. Got my ear pierced and then turned up back at the flat we were staying at, and nobody else got their ear pierced. But here we are. So lessons learned on the one hand. Yes, I know it wasn't the same. Unfortunately, I think it wasn't the Kit Kat Club, as in, I think this is a name that has been made that it got after the Kit Kat Club of Cabaret was made famous. So basically, the answer is spontaneous decision spurred on by vague group pressure. This is my left ear. This is my left ear. As we all know, the adage "right ear, right queer." Is that a thing? I seem to remember it being told to me. No, I thought it. Well, that was my yes. Anyway, not that it matters. I can't. If you're bisexual, do you have to get your nose pierced? Is that the? Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, sorry, Scully. Didn't mean to call you out like that. Okay, let's talk about. It's present time. I hope everyone's ready. Or a pirate, and you must have your own ship. Yes, agreed. It's impossible to be a bisexual without also being able to commit piracy. So the first thing to show off is this lovely bracelet that was sent to me by Scully / Shard / Shart, which is very nice, and it comes with an engraving. I don't know if I can get it to focus on that, but it says, "Shit yourself, heart Shard." So, yes, incredibly thoughtful. In many ways, in combination with the in combination with the Haribo earrings, it tells a story. Does it not? Right. So, thank you very much, Shart, for your gift of the bracelet. It's very much, well, I'm just going to put it around his neck for now. But as a reminder to shit myself. Well, it's again in combination with many factors. There's a lot of it's a very scatologically based fandom, I'd say. Yes, he's got a choker. Okay. I'm going to go with the big one first. Because I don't know... I don't know what either of them are, but I think this is the gift from the gift I was told that I had to open on stream. So I'm going to save that best till last. Choker, never even knew her. You stay classy, San Diego. So this is another thing that turned up. If I had to guess, this feels... I'm trying to think of the kind of things that somebody would send me. And feeling this parcel, it feels like 2 distinct things in here. Possibly 3. I don't know, maybe that's just the packing slip. This is the one I had to scout out of my compost bin. Yes. Luckily, I hadn't left anything in there before I left for the holiday. But oh, so I should have. I am the Reaving Tempest incarnate. There we go. This feels like a mouse mat. Having never actually owned a mouse mat. Oh, hello. Oh, I think I know what this is. "40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. I think this might be from our very good friends at. It was appropriate that I did the cry. From our very good friends over in Cyprus. Owlcat Games. Woo! Oh my goodness. Look at me. I'm going to be a pro gamer now. My mouse has been barebacking my desk for the last at least 2 years. Oh, that's not true. I had a Rosetta Stone mouse pad that was just totally useless because it would slide around the place. This is massive. So I must send... I send thanks to Owlcat in message form here, but I will do the same thing in message otherwise. I will have to screenshot that at a later date. Well, I like how they all run together as well. I hadn't quite seen that when I was looking at it on the video. Gorgeous. Well, I'm in 2 of those. Here's hoping to the future. Right, just gonna get it in position. What's the other one? I say quite a lot. Well, we've got obviously Rogue Trader, and I'm in Pathfinder. In the Dance of Masks? Is that the name of that final DLC? Oh, it's quite... Oh, it is much nicer. Remember to save. Thank you, Scully. That's very very kind of you in this particular moment. Yes, I know nothing of the castings of either of the Owlcat games coming out next year. But you can write to your senators. Dance of Masks, Rovers, and also the Dayrun impersonator. The cunty Dayrun impersonator. I don't think that was what they were called in the script. But that's what I got. That's how I played it anyway. There was more in the box. Just check I haven't left anything before I put this in the bin. Ooh. After all the excitement of the mouse mat, I'd forgotten that there were other things. What else has Owlcat been sending me? Ooh. Ah. I think it might be a scarf. It's an Owlcat Games. Oh my god, it's enormous. I love it. I can babushka again. It was foretold. Oh, and there's more things in here. Purrs. We have purrs and owl cheers. Dear friend, in a world of infinite choices, you've chosen to stand with us, and for that we're truly grateful. Whether you've turned untamed lands into a thriving realm, led the Fifth Crusade, or ventured among the stars as a rogue trader, your journey inspires us every day. With this gift, we want to celebrate your friendship and the incredible contributions you make to the universes we create here at Owlcat Games. Well, isn't that lovely? And to top it off, we have pin badges. Rustly pin badges. They go very well. They offset the earrings rather well, don't they? I shall have to find places for these. So we have. That's obviously we got Expanse, Dark Heresy, Shadow of the Road, obviously, and Rue Valley, obviously. I don't recognise this one. I want to recognise the one on the far. Your left? Yes, that's left, isn't it? They are a lovely company, and every time I've spoken to them, or just met them for a drink or something at an event, it's a cute looking robot game. I will have to find a place. Can I just? No, that's not going to work. Let's shove them there for the minute. Up next to Sane. Biped. Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Owlcat. That's very kind of you. I love this scarf. I haven't looked properly at the design. I just got excited about it. It's very gamey. And it's got a nice spring to it. I can't really look at it while it's. I can't look at you properly while you're round my neck. We appear to have trains. Hello, Oraminti. Yes, I'm having a very good New Year's Eve. I've just opened some presents. Yes, we've got demons. We've got things charging. We have Imperial insignia. We've got owls. There's a guitar in there. A D20. All sorts. Well, I'm going to be wearing that. Quiet sounds of white envy. Yes, I'm also going to move it away from anywhere I can spill coffee on it, because, let's face it, it's not unlikely. Chat 2 is dead. I think I can say that. Friend is alive. But poorly damaged. But in not great shape. I've managed to dry him out. Yes, F's in the chat for chat. I will go and fetch friend in a moment. To prove for proof of life. But it's going to be a different life. Hello, Ephemeron. Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a smaller life that friend is going to have to live from now on. And that's fine. People live different lives. We just have to accept it. It's going to be. I'm just going to have to live on plastic plants from now on. Plastic plants and plastic toys. I can't kill them, right? The coffee's barely touching the sides this afternoon. No, I can crash them perfectly well, Scully. Away, haul away, we'll haul away together. Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Hello, Zagraves. We're doing very well. I've just opened some presents. I've just received a mouse mat from Alcat with pictures on it. We're just about to open this present, which I believe is from the lovely people at the Salted Fries. Which makes me realise that I'm going to go get some snacks in a minute, which also were received from the Salted Fries. Yes, we're going to go full Brit. I revel in your terror! Ooh, it's another box. I do like boxes. It's a server-wide contribution. Well, thank you, everyone, for whatever this is. Custom-made ski and doos. Is that how I knew how... Oh. Ski and do, spelt S-G-I-A-N. And I knew do was a weird word, but... Everyone likes to send boxes in boxes. It's the way of... It's the way of the world. It's very, you'll never guess what's in Shendouve. Right. You'll never guess what's inside the box. Inside this, well, it's not technically a box. I suppose this was just wrapped in cardboard, but it's another box. With a neat little bow. Inside a surprise. There's a surprise. Someone is going to send me a Matryoshka doll at some stage, aren't they? This isn't technically a box. This is a sleeve. So that was inside the sleeve. We have the actual box, which is a very nice box. Oh my goodness! I've just realised what this is. Oh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry. That's, yes. Sorry, I don't really know what to do with that. That's, it is, sorry, I'll hold it up so people can see. Maybe in the box. This, for those of you, it took me a minute to work out what it was. This is, I presume, a scale model of the Emperor's spear. The Emperor's spear's spear, I suppose. And the clicking together with this particular piece of information... I'm not going to cry. I'm not crying. You're crying. I think if I was slightly more hydrated, I would be crying. I think that's what you can learn about this. This is a kilt pin. I've never owned a kilt pin, mostly because just it's not. Yes, a kilt pin is a thing you use to sort of weigh down the edge of your kilt. And I'm going to treasure this. Thank you, really. It's meant. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's meant an awful lot. Being being supported by all of you this year. Oh, for fuck's sake! You're all bastards. Ugh. Yes, I need to drink water. Sorry, I will finish saying what I want to say. The last year has been the busiest of my life, work-wise, and I feel very blessed to have done some of the things that I've done. Some of which you know about, and some of which you will find out about in near future. I mean, there's always fun things happening. I'm very, very grateful to be able to do what I do for a living, because it's very silly and very fun, and to have built this lovely little community of people who are here to support me is very touching. So, does this count as breaking you a second time? Yes. Yeah. So, this is a symbol of that appreciation and support. I will wear with much pride. And if I ever get the chance to wear my kilt at an award ceremony, which I can hope, or anything like that, really, 2026 will be the year, or maybe 2027, really. But anyway, there's no chance I'm not having this on it. So, thank you, everyone. Yeah. Oh, there'll be proof. There'll be proof. It's so get composted. Oh God, that would have been awful, wouldn't it? You'd hope that the bin men, if they saw a parcel in there, you'd hope that the delivery man looked in there first before just putting a package in. And therefore put something in an empty bin, which I know he did because there was nothing in that bin. But then you'd hope that the bin men would look at and go, "Oh, that's a package. Let's not compost it." But you never know. You never know. So, yes, thank you all. That is that's outrageously kind. Outrageously kind and thoughtful. Sorry, I can't get it back in the hole. No, does it go the other way, maybe? Sorry, I was going into the hole the wrong way. A tight, oh, for goodness sake. Spit on it. Dated memes, please. This is a family stream. It's rather gorgeous. I will take a proper picture, and send it. Actually, I'm going to take a picture now, while I remember. And post it in the Discord. Who? You say you're all responsible. I blame you all. I blame you all. It's just so thoughtful. You people. Who else could you get this for? I mean, obviously with the Valdor thing, but I know, but just getting someone a kilt pin is a ridiculous thing to do. You bastards. Stop making me feel loved. Right, I'm posting it in the nice gallery in the Discord. These monkey sentimentalities. Yes, you were right. You were right. Well. The last time I wore my kilt was just before Christmas, and I think with the amount of food I've consumed over Christmas, I'm going to need to just before we have a kilt stream. Stop making me. I can't thank you enough. I actually can't thank you enough. Maybe, yes. I might need to lose just a little bit of weight before I can get back into the kilt. Otherwise, it's a bit of a tight squeeze. I did go to a wedding about a year ago. This before I went to a wedding about maybe 2 years ago. Actually, God, was it nearly 2 years ago? Oh God, I went to a wedding 2 years ago, and wore wore my kilt and didn't realise that I'd had it like set about a notch or two tighter than I normally would do. Just sort of absent-minded in the morning, got ready, rushed to the place, and then I sat the whole day, did the normal things, ate the normal amount of food that you eat at a wedding, i.e. far too fucking much, and then at about 9 o'clock at night, I started when we were doing the dancing. I found I had to sit down, and I just had like the most. I thought I was like dying. I thought I was dying of some like food poisoning or something. I had like the most awful pain, in my gut, and then we had to just leave early, and so we got home, and without wanting to get too graphic, in removing the kilt, some things moved, and I was suddenly better. So that's a lesson to everyone. Make sure your kilt is not too tight. Yes. I basically corseted myself with my kilt, and created a trapped wind situation. Again, this is a family stream. We wear our Haribo earrings on our sleeve. This is a public service announcement. Oh, Nika, surely not. This lot, this unthoughtful group of people. That was sarcasm. Oh, Yoshk, I've just seen that you've you sent us some bits. That's very kind of you. Again, just, you people. You people. Oh, no, don't start. I mean, yes, fine. Fine, yes, gosh. You're all wonderful. You're all wonderful and lovely and been very helpful and very kind in ways that I was not expecting. And how this comes out of the murder gremlin doesn't... People don't understand. When I describe this group of people, describe how exactly it came, what the kernel, what the little, the center of the Katamari was, to where the nicest people are the biggest freaks. Yes, I think I will take that. I think that is something I have learned more and more. Oh, Yoshk! Hein! Your bits! Oh, goodness. I can't handle it. Stop it. You've made me cry once. You're not going to make it happen again. And you barely got a tear out of me. Again, I'm citing the dehydration on that one. Well, Happy New Year to you, Yoshk. I'm glad I'm glad that we've made it this far. I hope my aspirations for 2026 are to be more. This is nothing I have particular control. Oh, secret! Oh, for goodness sake! Right, thank you. I'm too British for this. Stop it. Seriously, you've gifted 63 subs to this channel. Yes. My hope is that next year I'm going to be traveling a bit to conventions and things. I don't know when. I don't know where or when. Oh, for God's sake. More. I can't. I don't know where you see that. Sorry. So cry, bitch, cry. Thank you, Scribbler, again. Scribs, you've done it 102. I can see that it says The Graves is gifting subs, and they've gifted a total of 63 in the channel. MegaCon in London in January has a walk-in. Ooh, interesting. When is that? The Graves. I need water. I've run out of water. Hang on. Right, give me a minute. I'm gonna go get friends to show you that they are alive. I'm gonna get some snacks and I'm gonna refill my water. Ow. Now, I've warned you. Friend is not well. I told you it's alive. It's just very unwell. It was drowning in water. When I took it out of the pot, it was literally completely sodden. And I hadn't... You have seen all the times I've watered this plant. And I had not watered it. Somebody else had. But I took her out of the pot. I tried to get as much water as I could out. And that is where we are. Yeah, I think there's clearly a bit of... She's had a bit of root rot, I guess. There's clearly places where the water has got to her. But there is life in her. Life in her. There's not fantastic drainage, if I'm honest. I've just left her as she was. There are drainage holes in the bottom of the plastic pot, but I could possibly afford to put some crock or something in the bottom of there. Again, I don't think it's my fault. I mean, yes, it's my fault. I'm responsible. Hayne! Put your bits away. Right. I will put. I think I need to put some crock under there. To funeral funds, for God's sake. I have a particular set of skills, so that it can actually drain properly. But it's still alive. There is life in there. But not in these bits anymore. Okay. Just going up there. But Hayne, thank you, Hayne, for your bits. I didn't cook the plant. Oh, no. The humidity. Which was the problem, to be fair. Right, thank you. All right, indeed, thank you for the hydration reminder. Really, Kina? You're too kind. Hang on, there's more. Oh, I've got to say, Zymet, I didn't see that you'd gifted things. See, I don't have this emotional response. I don't have the emotional capacity. I save that. That's why I have to. I'm too autistic for this. I can do the emotions in the box. But thank you. I'm going to have some gingerbread from Yorkshire. Pick a rel emotion card. Which one are you feeling? Did I see the thing? Wasn't there a streamer who realised that they were autistic? Who realised they were autistic because they struggled with the emotions in the rel game? I don't know. I'm looking at this going, Scribbler, I presume you are familiar with Sarah Nelson's gingerbread, being from the north of the UK, which I refer to as Sarah Nesbitt's just to annoy people. But it looks very similar. So this is also gifts from you lot. You wonderful bastards. Yes. Yes, I feel like we did. I haven't tried this yet. Oh, you don't know Sarah Nelson's? Hello, Mizuki. Welcome for your first time. Sarah Nesbitt's is from what's the name of the bloody town? It's one of the ones on a lake in the Lake District. Grasmere. Or Grasmere, as I would call it, but Grasmere is how everyone else says it. A wonderful bastard and a sassy catastrophe. But anyway, this has a similar looking consistency to the gingerbread that they make, that they are very proud of. Yes, very, very close. It's not identical, but it clearly has similar roots. I do like ginger. That's it. No more games. This entire stream's devoted to trying to make me feel emotions. Alright, for those of you who didn't see what started this nonsense, it's this kilt pin made in the shape of Valdor's The Emperor's Spear. I have tried crystallized ginger. I liked it a lot. Does eating ginger turn people into gingers? No. That's a common misconception. Gingers don't have souls because their souls went into making ginger tasty. So you are technically eating a ginger's soul every time you have ginger. Ones that you have had signed over to you are not inherently yours. You know, I suppose you can adopt. I suppose you can. They are yours legally, but the one that was assigned to you at birth was placed inside the root. Oh God, I'm getting crumbs all over my new mouse mat. No. Oh, crumbs. Naughty. Right. Yeah, sorry, that's what you've signed up for now. I don't have a plan. I had no other plan for today other than to say Happy New Year, everyone. But any plan that I might have had, just getting the crumbs out of my keyboard. Fortnum & Mason's Lucifer biscuits. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried them. Although that would involve going into or paying money to Fortnum & Mason's, and I sort of don't believe in them. The last time I went in there, I tried to get some strawberry jam, and they were not selling a strawberry jam that was not laced with some nonsense. Like they were selling strawberry jam with bits of gold in. They were selling strawberry jam with champagne in, but they weren't selling just a plain strawberry jam. I don't particularly like strawberry jam, just plain, but I wanted to get somebody some plain strawberry jam. And I thought, Fortnum & Mason. Yes. The nonsense gives it flavour. That's what... You could say the same thing about this stream, if we're honest. The nonsense is what... You come for the... Wild question. Did I consider making the strawberry jam? No, I didn't. Although, we do get a few years ago, my partner bought some strawberries from a garden centre, strawberry plants from a garden centre. 3 of them for 50 pence each. They went through the till as dead plants. I'd say we've been potting them up and letting the runners grow and do all that. We probably had about, I don't know, a good couple of punnets of strawberries. But I tend to eat them before they make it to the fridge and or jam making stage. Maybe when I live in my mansion outside of London, when I've won the lottery, I will have a field of strawberries. This is the field where I grow my strawberries and my fucks, and I make jam out of one of them, and I won't tell you which. Thoughts on marmalade? I have never enjoyed it. The cat? No, not the cat. No, obviously, I enjoyed Marmalade the cat very much. But I have never. I feel like I have on occasion enjoyed it, but I've not found the. I feel it's a me problem though, because I I feel like it's a me problem, and it's like the people who say they don't like Marmite, but they haven't had Marmite used properly. You know, Marmite is to be spread. Basically, Marmite is a condiment, not a spread. I would say. You know, you're using it to just sprinkle salty umami over whatever you like, and once you're used to that salty umami, you can lay it on pretty thick. But the salty mummy, you got to spread that salty mummy on thinly. Naughty. I don't think I haven't had Vegemite, but I presume it's basically exactly the same. No, but the point is I don't eat fries without salt. It was a comment once. It was a reference to a thing. Oh, never mind. No, but the point is you don't eat very much of it. That's the point with Marmite. Is it the ideal way to have Marmite, in my mind, is you get yourself a crumpet. Sorry, we got very British very quickly. Get yourself a crumpet. Make sure the holes are facing upwards. You put an amount of butter so that you put an amount of butter on such that it's really oozing into the crevices. Yes, this is just to banish the Frenchness from the last stream. And then you get your Marmite. How can I demonstrate this? You get your Marmite, right? You get a scoop of it out of the tin, right? And don't spread it as if it was like peanut butter or butter or something on there. You want to angle your knife. So if you had your, I'm not doing that. Let's say, there we go. Let's say this is your knife, right? You've scooped your Marmite out of the tin, and you've got a. Yosk, I'm glad you're telling me not to do what I was about to do. So you've got your scoop of Marmite on here, right? Don't fucking slather it that way. That way madness lies. Only an expert Marmite eater would do that, okay? You want to angle it, right? So that it's barely over vertical. And just you want absolute trace amount, if you're a beginner, just trace amounts you want to be leaving on the surface of that buttery crumpet. Okay? I didn't realise I liked saying buttery crumpet as much as I do. And then enjoy. Because what you're left with is a lovely, you get the sweetness, the saltiness and the umaminess of the very small amount of stuff. Will bring out the sweetness in the bread, and you've got the fattiness in the butter. They've got a stew going. Exactly. What would Marajai sound like saying buttery crumpet? Buttery crumpet. Would you like me to spread Marmite on your buttery crumpet? Naughty. Oh no. Oh no. Good gracious. Yes, that's how you get pregnant in the UK. If you don't mind, Naru, I'm going to save your song request for the first stream of the new year. I think that's an appropriate That's an appropriate time to sing that particular song. I hope you don't. I hope you don't mind waiting. And I've also got. Also, my voice is still a bit croaky and weird, recovering from this thing. Yes, I was aware of that particular usage as well, although it wasn't in my mind when I was talking about when Maraj was saying it. Oh, that's a point. I should read that meme. Has anyone got a link to Jojo's meme? About being ill. So the point of eating Marmite. Hang on, wait. Ah, right. Sorry, Indy, I missed that. No, it's not the point. It's just that if you're uninitiated. Ah, yes, very good. Good. Thank you, Zagraves, for clarifying my British nonsense. Yes, for the uninitiated, it is potentially overpowering. Once you're used to the idea of the salty umaminess and you understand where your level is, you can go ham. You absolutely can. You can be putting it in your bacon. Actually, wouldn't put it in a bacon sandwich. That would be insane. You can put it in your bolognese. Whatever you like. Oh, also sourdough is a bad place to start with it as well. I will tell you that because the lack of sweetness in the bread is again that's a pro move. That's at least level not pro, but it's at least level like 2 or 3. You need to be starting with a bread that is the sweeter. Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. So back to the actual question, which was the marmalade. I feel like I haven't found my use case. I feel like marmalade is a tasty thing. The Jojo Steak Mars Pan. Thank you. Exactly. It's just salty umami. All right. It's just salty umami. Like would you spread miso paste on a slice of toast as if it were peanut butter? No, of course not. As if it were peanut butter. I mean, maybe also I spread my peanut butter very thickly. Naughty. But yes, it's British soy sauce. You know, it's. But again, if you were giving miso paste to somebody uninitiated, would you just? Twiglets are individually horrible, but when you shove a lot of them in your mouth at once, then they become more appealing. Either Leon Perrins or Henderson's relish. Although nobody outside of Sheffield knows about Henderson's relish, but they talk about it like it's some great export. Oh yeah. Miso cookies are the shit. I would eat 5 million miso cookies. Maybe we should call the cat Miso. I've thought about it before. That might if all goes well. If all goes well, then maybe Miso will be the. Really? That's a strange thing to know. So when is MegaCon? Is that what it was? MegaCon London? MegaCon. That's where I was before I forgot who I was. Oh, and I didn't even post the thing about being live. I got too distracted. Oh well. Bye-bye. MegaCon London 2026. Did you say January? At the XL. Hmm. Yes, there is. Yes, I would obviously need to give the cat a surname in that instance as well. So so whether it were miso soup or miso cookie or or just like miso sleepy, miso fluffy, miso fluffy. Come on, yeah, XL is the same. It's the big old. Or maybe miso floof. Anyway, miso fluffy. Okay. I'm going to make a note of this, Megacon. Pierogi. Miso fluffy to Renzy-Martin. Yes, quite. Megacon. Miso Emperor? I barely know her. Yes, I will consider that. I have joined a convention agent, and they know what they're doing, and they are presumably are in communication with people as and when. I understand that there is obviously everyone has their fingers crossed for Dawnwalker, myself included. Oh, there's probably a new thing, but it doesn't. Only the people who know who I am would be excited to meet me about Dawnwalker, I think. At the moment, when the game is out, it makes more sense that that it would draw a crowd. So we shall see. Yes, I'm with Gung Ho Bookings. I would love. I again, if I'm invited, I would love to go. It's one that I would prioritize above others, just because. I mean, God, the sheer amount of Leon art I've seen in the last. I'd nearly said the sheer amount of Leon arse, which is also true, but there is clear appreciation for Autism Prime, and I would like to demonstrate my appreciation of that appreciation. It's appreciation mirrors all the way down. Thank you, Nika. No, Ben Star's the other one. Luckily, Ben Star is already in that game. I definitely will. I definitely will. And Kate, who's one of the writers, is that part 3 possibly? We'll have to. I'll have to see. Kate, who's one of the writers, is in the Discord and vaguely in touch. So I will, when it gets nearer the time, I will try my best to be there. Ben Starr, but he's making his voice slightly higher. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Crafty Cabbage Gaming. He is I'm currently trying to romance him myself. In my spare time, you know, and obviously I see a massive part of the character just through the lines, but there's a lot of stuff that I didn't see, you know, all of the Kim stuff, you know, all of those conversations are very like back. It's stuff that would it have helped me? Maybe, but would I have had the capacity to portray all that stuff? I don't know. But actually, it was all written in the rest of the lines anyway. As in, the lines were what they were, and I just had to say them, and the law was built in whether I knew it or not. Yes, I've been playing a fair bit. I tend to do a bit of. I will hop in to the Discord and do some casual streaming on there of the game, and people are welcome to join parties and things. I obviously play as the Protoframe Leon. So to spread the joy, and there's general faffing about. At the moment, I'm building my. I'm trying to build a Toxicist because I've heard that there's some fun combination of things you can do with Harrow and the Toxicists. And also, I think my Helminth flim, whatever it is in the oven. As well as just generally doing some Sanctuary Onslaught bits and pieces to get my affinity and nonsense. I can literally be... I romance myself in my spare time. Yes, I suppose it could be. I suppose what I should really do for the fan service is romance. Is romance. Oh, I suppose because it's the Drifter, isn't it? They don't. You only get the kiss sequences with the Drifter. Yeah. No, I was saying it would be funny. It would be immensely funny to me to romance Arthur as Leon. I am playing Rogue Trader. Oh, I just. There's been lots of. I could build my Drifter into Leon. I am on the Marajai path, technically. I'm going to try one of these ginger chocolate biscuits. I'm going to try one of these ginger chocolate biscuits, and I'm going to voice the meme. Oh god, I don't think I was meant to open it there. That wasn't an opening. Come on. I got too excited and opened it in the wrong place. The problem is, if there are biscuits in the house, I will eat them. Oh, they're thinner than I thought they would be. Oh. Interesting. It's sort of like... I was expecting it to be more like chewy, but it's definitely more on the biscuit end, but also a bit like honeycomby. Yes, all my characters that start with a L-Y and end in O-N. Le Crunch. How many different voice actors can I get mistaken for by the end of the year? Is that my challenge? I think we can do this. New bingo card. Well, I think at this stage it's probably just the one. Ben Starr's The Free Space, yeah. Although American accent time. I don't think I've ever done... I can't actually... Do I know what... Yeah. Oh, right, sorry. Yes, now I get it. Thank you. Brain not firing on all cylinders, in case you hadn't noticed. I do. Oh yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm very happy doing American accents. Oh, I just remember the game that got cancelled this year. That was where I spent, I think somewhere around 30 hours recording an American accent. And that was down the can. Hang on, I'm just going to see if I can... There was a rumour that somebody else might have picked it up. What kind of American accent? It was very straight down the line, sort of somewhere between a Bruce Willis and a Master Chief. Yeah, it's a real bitch. Particularly when it's nothing to do with you. I mean, at least I got, I was paid for the project and it's fine, but yeah, just sort of Genam is what we call it in the UK biz. Basically, an American accent that sounds like it could be from somewhere in the States. If you want, because American accent, there are so many American accents that quite often you can ask an American, "Is this accent American?" and they'll go, "Yeah, seems reasonable." In the same way that when I did my again, I think I've told this story before, but when I did my accent for Claxton Weaver in the Wingfeather saga, his name was Claxton Weaver. He had a proper West Country accent. No. Generally, your accents are quite like there are elements of all of your accents that are the same, and I'm not in accent listening mode. When I'm listening in chat. But basically, the thing is that it's easy for English people to do American accents because there are loads of them. And if you generally base your accent on like a few of the tropes, as long as you don't fuck up the rhoticism, chances are an American will think that person's an American. But just from a place that is very small, or I don't really know, or that I'm not familiar with. And even if you do fuck up the rhoticism, they might think you're from the South. Whereas in American doing an English accent, there are lots of accents in the UK, but accents are so tightly associated with like specific things and like basically it's a classist thing historically, but like we're so attuned to people's accents in the UK that like there's some fact that like like a linguistics professor could listen to somebody say 3 sentences and place them within 10 miles of where they come from in the UK, and we're just very like maybe it's also just my particular brand of autism that is very attuned to these things. So I'm fascinated by them, but anyway, yes, it's very funny. So I think I have a nephew who is about. He must be about 10 years old. And I have a set who lives in the UK, and I have another set of nieces and nephews who live in Denmark, and they're Danish. They're a Danish family. And whenever the English nephew hangs out with the Danish kids, he's got the same accent sponge thing that I do. And so he starts speaking with a Danish accent, even if he spent like 3 days. It's really funny. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, American accents are, I think, easier just because there's more of them. Whereas in the UK, we're much more attuned to what the small thing of accents is. Anyway, back to my story about Claxton Weaver. So he was in Claxton Weaver. It was proper low, and We don't like fangs. Anyway, I did my accent and did the recording. At the end of the recording session, someone on the production team said, "Oh goodness, that sounds painful." Hayne. Someone on the production team went, "Oh, I do love it when we get English actors in to do American accents." And I left. I've recorded it in the UK in a studio in London, and I left the studio and they closed the session, and I turned and I think I looked at the recording engineer, who was a Brit, and went, "What?" And I think because it was a rhotic English accent, basically, they assumed it was something. They heard it as some sort of Southern American accent, and I just thought it was mental. Ah, Texas. That explains a lot. Not to other Texans, they don't. What was who is it? Is it Matthew McConaughey who has the technique for getting into Texan accent is the days of the week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There you are. I was looking something up. Oh yes, it was whether that game I was cancelled. Yes, it's still definitely cancelled. A Cockney accent. I don't know if I've made this particular complaint before. Yes, the Baltimore accent with Dominic West, another Englishman doing an American accent, doing a very specific American accent, and only fucking it up once or twice, which is incredible. Geordie is one of the hardest accents to understand. It's fucking mental. I can't even do more than this. I start sounding Welsh after a moment. You're right, pet. I'm going out in me bones. I mean, because Dominic West is a fellow Aldertonian, and he's basically as posh as he is in The Crown, I think. Welsh accent's one of my favourite ones to do. I've got some very good Welsh friends, and one of them's a builder. I did a character in a game recently that was a Welsh builder. I was modelled after my friend Jake. Lovely bloke from Newport. Well, the thing about Welsh is very lyrical. My grandfather was a very interesting man, but he strongly disliked Welsh people because he thought they were too emotional and singing all the time, and that's why I love them. So there is a Flanders and Swan song called A Song of Patriotic Prejudice, which starts with typical British understatement in the lyrics. The English are best. I wouldn't give tuppence for all of the rest. And there's a bit about the Welsh that says they sing far too loud, far too often and flat. Oh yeah, the Mary Lloyd. Yes. was the other accent somebody mentioned? Oh, Cockney. Ah, yeah, that was what I was about to say. The thing is, oh God, we're 75% of the way to the community challenge. I've tried this. I've tried it. My friend can do it perfectly, but he is Welsh. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't do the Ulster thing. I don't. Partly, it's the one accent I'm slightly afraid of doing, if I'm honest. Just because I feel like it's just it sounds scary to my ear. Llanfair pwyl gwen glich goger Hjorn drybwyl bwyllan tisiliogogog. That's my best guess. There better be a cute little apron. Bless me. I will have to get... Hello, Korean characters, not kanji. I will have to get my... it's one of the things I should ask my very good... You hate the inexorable march of time. Well, it's actually quite straightforward, the Welsh alphabet, as far as I remember. Basically, I should get Tobias to say it, actually. Tobias probably can say it. It's probably one of the things that Tobias has memorised. Oh, if anyone is a tier 2... I think I've got... Yes. The inexorable march of time. It goes. It goes. I've been made to feel emotions today. I wasn't expecting that. I hope you've enjoyed your 2025 and that 2026 will bring you wonderful. That was a sentence, I think. A jellyfish. So yeah, but the Welsh alphabet thing is it's mostly quite phonetic once you understand what they present. Yeah, Cymraeg. Yeah. Like the double L is a ch. Like I have a friend called Llywelyn, which gets shortened to Cleo. Well, it's a friend of a friend, really, but and the W, if you think more of it being O than W. And then obviously the Y is more like K. Yeah. Cymraeg Voitfir. So yes. Don't roast him like that. Right. I've got 10 more minutes. I need to read this. I'm going to read this meme. I'm going to get it up. It'll take less than 10 minutes, I can tell you that for sure. What do I... Don't... Oh, too late. Where's the bloody... Where's it gone? I just saved it. I've just saved it right here. How can it have disappeared? Oh, because I saved it in my general, not my shit. I just saved it in the general file, not just the shit posting. I'll put it in the shit posting. Yes, I do have a shitpost file. You can hear from the deepest depths of Siberia. What good? Exactly, Scully. Sorry. I've just realised I have this in my my silly meme folder for reasons. You're tearing me apart, rogue trader! I've forgotten I had that. I think I made that as a response to somebody, and it took them ages to figure out what exactly I'd done. That was the first time I've successfully used the skew tool in GIMP. Yes, sorry, that was a. Oh hi, Heinrichs. Oh, no, it would have to be. Oh Heinrichs. Oh, I've got plenty. I've gimped. I've gimped many a gimp. The Met Spaceball memes, incredible. Replace the G in GIMP and I told you I can't talk about that. Anyway, how's your sex life? Ah, simp. We've got to spread the good word however you can, whether that's memes. Anyway, right. Enough of that particular meme. How have I lost it again? There we go. Oh, it's huge. It's bloody massive. Get thee to a memory. Memory, presumably. If you got the ass. Yes. I don't know. Yes, this is oh, sorry. How come it... Oh, never mind. There, I've reframed... I have questions. Yes, we can wait for Jojo. If not, we can send them the link. Oh, she's child wrangling. The child catcher. I can wait. We can wait a minute or so. If she has if she says to just do it and send her a link, then we need more Discord kitten memes. Yes. There's also about 5 million things on the spreadsheet now, which I haven't looked at in a while. Shit posts and songs. The shit posts and songs spreadsheet. Fold a child like laundry. I hope there's some missing punctuation. Fold a child like laundry. Oh my god, we really do. We've got hundreds. No, of course there isn't. Oh my god. Oh wait, this is just one. This is just one. There's one that ends with TLDR, don't shoot IV drugs into your taint. Interesting. Okay, right. I will read the meme and we can send I think we can send Jojo a clip. And they will be appreciative. Thank you, Yoshk. Doing the Lord's work on your clipping holiday. Okay. It helps that I'm still a bit snuffly. Ah, Joja, excellent. It's meme time. Hang on, just to make sure my microphone isn't completely blowing out by this. Okay. Cousin, I'm dying. Tell the reaving tempest I have succumbed. I need a homunculus. My enemies should not see me like this. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, I forgot the snurf. We'll add in. Someone can add in the snurf in post. No, fuck it. I'll do it again. Actually, so we're going full method. Cousin, I am dying. Tell the reaving tempest I succumbed. I need a homunculus. My enemies should not see me like this. Thank you, Jojo, for that, for bringing more nonsense. Oh, well, thank you, Hayne, for your bits. For God's sake. Just take annoyance as appreciation, is all I can ask. I've found this this fluey thing. Hayne loves for us all to behold their bits. This fluey thing is been with me for like 3 weeks, and it's not shaking. Like I'm not feeling ill anymore, but it's transforming from one part of my throat to another in annoying ways. Right. Yes. I'm glad you managed to get away, those Graves. That you weren't hindered by fluey fuckery. Somebody give Will an Oscar already. Oh dear. Oh no, don't worry. Don't worry, Kido. I have my methods, and you know if I need to work and things, I can do warm ups and stuff that make it sound less like I've inhaled a bowl of milk. But that's very kind of you to offer. We're 77,000. We're 70% of the way there to lasagna time, where I will probably be wearing the kilt and using the kilt pin. Again, I should make a swift departure. Not swift, but I'm going to. This is going to. Oh God, I've started thinking about the kilt pin again, and it's blown. It's thrown me off. I have two. I must go and help my father cook a chicken. But I'm gonna do. It's gonna be like fucking Marlene Dietrich with encores here. Another thing for those of you in the Discord is a picture of me, age 16, dressed up as Marlene Dietrich. Somewhere in the Discord. I know where it was. It was in my school theatre. Happy New Year. Don't let the chicken cook to you. Saved on my computer. There's a picture of Will. Hello, servant. Or sedevant. I wish you all a happy new year. I thank you all for this, for all of the wonderful love that you have I was about to say spaffed over me. Sometimes I can't help the things that come out of my mouth, and sometimes I can, and I'm not sure entirely what will hold up in court. But thank you all. Have a wonderful new year when you get there. It's been a fantastic year to be me, in many ways, career-wise at least. And this has been a part of that. And I hope it may long continue. And maybe, if you keep watching, you might watch me finish Rogue Trader before the Blood of Dawnwalker comes out. That's all we can hope for. I don't know when that's going to be, but I can keep trying. And that's who and which. Try or try not. There is no do. I think. To summarize and misquote a green man from Star Wars. Have the best of rest of your days. See you next. What time? What year is it? Calendar. Yes, I will be around next on the 7th. See you next year. Everyone, thank you. And until next time, until next year, remember, it's Wednesday, my monkeys. Yeah!